Hello beautiful people, it is Obscurist Tourist here, and today I come to you from Forks of the Credit Provincial Park here in Ontario, which sits along the wonderful and absolutely stunning Bruce Trail. Today we are in search of none other than an old mill from 1899, I think it was built, so that would have made it 101 years old today. So let's go and check it out. As you can see, we are deep in the bush here on the Bruce Trail in search of this mill. And it's probably why the ruins still stand today, because it is a very difficult place to access. Just my kind of place, to be honest. And folks, I think we're close, because guess what? I don't think I mentioned it, but the old mill actually sits right on the mouth of the Cataract Falls, providing some beautiful, beautiful views of the valley below. One of the many things I miss about living in Europe is accessibility to nature, because in Toronto you have to travel at least an hour to see views like this. And this is very exciting because I've been walking for about 40 minutes through the forest, and I think I finally found it. In the center of the frame there you can see the waterfall, and right to the very right of it you can just catch a glimpse of the ruins of the mill. So this is very exciting. And well, it looks like we've reached the end of the line, but there's no way that is going to keep me out and keep me away from seeing what we came here to see. So let's get going. One of the things I love about this place, aside from its sheer beauty, is that this place rocks. Credit Forks rock and roll, which harkens back to its days as a stone mill, one of the many incarnations of this place. At one point in time, this area was accessible to the public, as you can see the little pedestrian bridge way over there, but storms have caused a landslide, taking off half of this hill and taking it deep into the gorge. So enter at your own risk. And there she is in all her glory, Cataract Falls. And to the right is the Cataract Electric Company, the former Cataract Electric Company, which was the last incarnation of the mill in its life. The Cataract Falls are formerly known as Churches Falls. And I don't know the history behind that name, but I can understand why it's now called Cataract Falls, because it sits in Cataract. That wall on the left separates the town from this gorge. And if I were to make a guess, I don't believe that the eyesight in that town is all that good, if you know what I mean. And right down here, going across this path, is one of the old power lines that came from the Cataract Electric Company. And this has got to be a good 2 or 3 inches in circumference. Pretty massive wire. And just on the outer edge of the mill sits one of the old transformers, and this would have pumped all of the electricity produced here out to the surrounding towns. And there is that main cable that would have been tied up Right at the top of that. Well, what do you think? You think I could squeeze through that thing? Well, I'm gonna give it the old college try. And look who made it out on the other side. Win for me. And here it is, the outer walls of the mill itself. And right beside the ruins sits a waterfall itself, Cataract Falls. Have you ever seen a more picturesque view? Just gorgeous. Imagine working in this place 100 years ago and staring out the window at that every single day. Currently trying to figure out how I can get from here down to there. That doesn't look so safe because, let's get real, nobody wants to go over those falls. It looks like someone has fashioned themselves a little chair out of the remaining concrete, and let's see if we can take a peek into what is left of this building. And right down there, that is the siphon. If you didn't know any better, this actually looks like a prison. And let's get real, work does feel like prison sometimes. So as I stated previously, this mill served many purposes over the years, including a stone mill, a grist mill, and ultimately ending as an electric company that provided power to the surrounding towns. The Cataract Electric Company. And that closed down in 1958. So this beautiful relic is sitting here on the precipice of this wonderful gorge here in the Forks of the Credit. Perhaps one day it will fall down into that gorge. I'm not sure what these little caverns would have been used as back in the day, but I assume that they were probably flowing with water right into the generator back that way. So we can only guess, but that's my best guess. Those 3 iron beams would have helped provide the original foundation for this mill, but have since fallen away down there. And you can actually see one of the steel partitions right there, lying amongst the rocks. And I have absolutely no idea how they would have constructed this back in the day. The mill was built in 1899 out of wood originally, and it burnt down in 1915 and was reconstructed entirely in concrete. Still, quite a wonder. And right there is that old siphon that would have brought water in and converted it, helped convert it to energy. This is pretty much the only still existing room from the original mill. So and there's some graffiti that I can't disagree with. Love your moms, people. Love your moms. Just gonna give you another view of the falls and just let you know how close the Credit River is and the Cataract Falls are. Just right outside the door. And we're just upstream from the mill. Just on top of the Cataract Falls. And it looks like a few more ruins from the electric company's days. And this perhaps housed one of the water turbines. Let's see if we can take a peek down there. Which now just sits empty. I really hope you enjoyed my visit to the former Cataract Electric Company, which is now just ruins, but let's get real. You cannot get a more beautiful setting for ruins to sit in here on the Bruce Trail in the Forks of the Credit. For now, it is OBSCURIST Tourist wishing all of you well, and please, please stay safe in these crazy times. Until next time, stay beautiful.